Hey guys, it's Cassie, and welcome to Blooming Hoover. After much anticipation, it is finally time to get outside and do some springtime seed sowing. When I plant seeds like this out in the garden, honestly, I get a little excited about the fact that this even works. It is kind of magical. One of the most exciting parts of planting seeds is to see their first leaves come out of the soil. That is when I experience my first sense of joy in starting a garden. It's like the little seedlings are popping out of the soil to say hello and thank you for a chance at seeing the sun. And that is also when I'm encouraged that getting outside to do the chore of planting has promise on the other end, and that I might actually get to eat something delicious that I grew on my own. When I direct sow seeds like this outside, I like to head outside with my seed packages and I figure out what I want to plant and kind of organize the rows or blocks of planting as I go. The hay mulch on top of my garden bed is a little too thick and fluffy to allow any little seedlings that might germinate to bust through it. So I went ahead and took all of the hay mulch off the top of the bed. I set it to the side, and then the plan is that when the plants are starting to germinate and they become a little bit bigger, I will go ahead and take that hay mulch and put it back around the small plants. It's still cold where I am, and if it's still cold where you are, but your soil is workable, you can probably grow something. It takes a little longer for seeds to germinate outside in cold weather, but it is possible. You will want to have a method for frost protection if your temperature gets as low as 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius at nighttime. And you will want to make sure that the seeds that you are growing are for plants that are cold resistant or frost resistant varieties. Some of what I'm planting today are kales, sprouting broccoli, radishes, and lettuce mixes, and I hope you'll stick around to the end where I will show you the varieties that I'm planting in their seed packages. All of these are plants that will grow in colder temperatures. I am always learning something new, and I do think that I planted some varieties of radishes here in this bed today that are probably better for warm weather, but hey, when in doubt, it's better to plant something than nothing, and you can always learn from your mistakes. In order to see if a seed or plant is appropriate for cold weather growing, take a look at your seed package. It will usually have some great information for you on the back of the seed package. Most seed packages have a small description of the plant, and these are a few of the phrases that I am seeing on my seed packages for cold weather that you might also see, and this would be an indicator that these seeds are appropriate to plant in colder weather. Some of my seed packages say, sow seed as soon as soil can be worked. Or sow in early spring, best grown in cooler weather, best grown as a spring and fall crop, and plant in the cool season, or will overwinter, which also just means very frost resistant. One of my favorite things to grow are sweet peas. They taste like childhood to me, and I don't think the sweet taste of childhood straight off the vine ever gets old. So that's what I'm planting in this long and narrow bed. I have not loosened up the soil in this garden bed yet, so I quickly get after an amendment with compost on the top before I lay in the seeds. Sweet peas are a vining crop, and after they sprout, I will lean some trellising against the house, and this will give something for the peas to climb. When I'm sowing seeds outdoors like this, I like to place the seeds in the ground and then wait until I'm finished laying out all the seeds to actually cover them all up. And that is so that I don't forget where I put a seed. When planting peas, I have learned that the squirrels like to dig them up and eat them before they even have a chance to sprout. So I protect them by laying pieces of chicken fencing over the freshly planted areas. Again, just another thing that you learn as you go. And as a bonus, laying this chicken fencing down also protects these freshly disturbed areas from any cats that might want to be using the area as a litter box, which is gross, but does happen. And on that note, on to cold weather varieties that I planted today. What's up, guys? I wanted to show you before I let you go what I planted today so that we can see what we should be expecting. First, what I planted are a variety of radishes. So I have three different five. I have 5 different varieties of radishes that I kind of disperse in different areas in the bed. So I have this royal purple radish, early scarlet globe radish. Oh, I don't know what this is. The Schwarzer Runder radish, and that is like a black radish. I have not grown that before, so I'm excited to see what that might look like. The French breakfast radish, and then lady slipper radish. The other root vegetable that I grew is just some beets. These are Ruby Queen heirloom beets. I also really love peas. I love snap peas and sugar peas. So I did a few different varieties here. This one is the golden sweet pea, Champion of England pea, SS 141 snap pea. And then for, let's see, leafy greens, I have, I'm super excited to try out broccoli rabe. I've actually never grown broccoli. I have a hard time with brassicas, and I've only ever grown brassicas or tried to in summertime, and they just get overrun with aphids. So I'm actually not even gonna try cabbage, but this is just so much earlier in the year that I've ever planted brassicas before, so hopefully the aphid pest pressure won't be a whole lot. And it sounds to me like the broccoli rabe is a really cool plant because it just keeps sprouting little broccolis on the sides, and you don't have to wait for that like whole head of broccoli to form in the center. You can kind of like harvest the plant as it grows. So this is spring rapini broccoli rabe. I'm super excited about this one. And then I love red Russian kale. It's just my favorite. I cannot wait to show you what this looks like. It is so pretty. It has the prettiest color. Premier kale is also something I have grown before as well, and I really like. And then I sprinkled some just cilantro herb around in a few different areas of the bed. And then for lettuces, I planted tennis ball lettuce. I've never tried this one before. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Winter density lettuce. And then this blend of mezclun, which is, I want to tell you, is kind of a little mix of kales and different lettuces, and I think there's a couple of different mustard greens in there as well, and I've tried this before. I really like it. Thanks for coming along with me to plant some springtime seeds, and I hope that we get to check on the garden bed in a couple of weeks and see some little tiny baby plants. Thank you for watching.